Hello everyone, welcome back to LaExcellence Bengaluru presents current issue of the day, episode number 131. In today's episode, we are going to look into a very important topic from the UPSC prelims as well as mains perspective, that is crop insurance schemes in India. In this video, we will see the different crop insurance schemes in India and what are the different provisions in it, and we will also see why it is in news and why I have chosen the topic, and we will also see the differences between two important schemes. So in syllabus, it comes under GS2 Polity and Governance, that is under the government schemes, and in GS3 it comes under economy, especially agriculture and agriculture related schemes. Then it is in news or it is in context because the government has extended two crop insurance schemes, that is PMFBY, that is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and RWBCIS, that is restructured weather based crop insurance scheme for another year until 25-26. In the same issue, the government has also set aside rupees 824.77 crore to improve these schemes using advanced technology. Okay, so this is why it is in news. Now we will see Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and restructured weather based crop insurance scheme. So what are the key provisions of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana? It has a comprehensive risk coverages, meaning it covers all kinds of risk. That is, PMFBY provides coverage of insurance against all non-preventable natural risks. This is very important. All non-preventable natural risks from pre-sowing, that is ಬೆಳೆ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ, to post harvest, that is ಬೆಳೆನ ಕಟಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, including droughts, floods and pests. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೆಳೆ ನಾಶ ಆಗಿತ್ತಂದರೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಾಶ ಆಯಿತಂದರೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸಲ್ ಬಿಮಾ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ನ ಇನ್ಶೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಂ ರೇಟ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಮ್ನ ಪೇ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ಗೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಅ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಮ್ ಆಫ್ 1.5% for Rabi crops, 2% for Kharif crops, and 5% for cash crops. Okay, so only 1.5, 2%, 5% pay ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, the remaining premium is shared between the two governments, that is central and state governments. Okay, so ಈ numbers important ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Even if you don't remember the number, you have to know that there is a different premium rate subsidy premium paid by the farmers for different crops such as Rabi, Kharif and cash crops. So it is not uniform for all the crops. Then it also has a component of financial support. Financial support, that is, it offers financial assistance to farmers who are suffering from crop loss. Suffering from crop loss due to unforeseen events, which is aimed to stabilize their income and encourage modern agricultural practices. That is, there is a financial component, that is, you are going to get a financial assistance if in case you are having a loss of yield due to unforeseen event, or if you want to inculcate or include technology in your agriculture. Okay, and then the final and most important aspect is technological integration. Fasal Bima Yojana also has a technological integration. They have incorporated technology in assessing the weather as well as in assessing the yield. That is, the schemes incorporates technological initiatives like S-Tech. The S-Tech is for yield estimation, and WINDS is for weather data collection. Both are aimed at enhancing efficiency in cash settlement. Okay, so they will use S-Tech and WINDS before settling the claims. They will use the data in the system of S-Tech and WINDS, and then they will decide whether your crop has really suffered loss or whether you are really suffering the loss or whether you are really eligible for compensation. Based on this data, your compensation will be paid out. Then if this is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and then RWBCIS, that is restructured weather based insurance scheme, it has financial protection against weather risks. This is a keyword. since restructured weather is already present in the scheme name itself, it is providing financial assistance or protection against the weather events. Okay, this is keyword here. This is the aspect that differentiates it from Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, ಈ ತರವಾದಂಥ keywords ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. RWBCIS was introduced to safeguard farmers from financial losses which was caused by adverse weather conditions such as rainfall, temperature fluctuations, wind and humidity, which can severely impact crop yields and farmer income. Okay, these are the components or factors of the weather, you can say. That is, if there is any deviation between rainfall, temperature fluctuations, wind or humidity, and as a result you are suffering like loss to crop yields, then you are eligible for compensation under this scheme. Then it also provides comprehensive coverage for various crops. That is, the scheme aims to provide insurance protection for wide range of crops including food crops, oil seeds and commercial or horticulture crops, thereby mitigating the impact of natural calamities like droughts and floods on farmers' livelihoods. Okay, ಬರ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ನೆರೆಯಾಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಲೈವ್ಲಿಹುಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಲೈವ್ಲಿಹುಡ್ಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಲೈವ್ಲಿಹುಡ್ಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದನ್ನ ಕಂಪೆನ್ಸೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ನ ತಗೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇವೆಂಟಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಲೈವ್ಲಿಹುಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಪಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ನ ತಗೊಂಬಂದಿರೋದು. ದೆನ್ ಇದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಇವು ಎರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಫಸಲ್ ಬಿಮಾ ಯೋಜನಾ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ RWBCIS. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಲಾಂಚ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಫಸಲ್ ಬಿಮಾ ಯೋಜನಾ ವಾಸ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ 2016. ಇಟ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ MNAIS. Then RWBCIS was also introduced in 2016, but aim was to safeguard farmers against adverse weather conditions. Okay, so both were aimed at providing insurance, but the reason behind the insurance is different. Okay, and then primary focus was protection against crop failure due to natural calamities such as pests and diseases, whereas here insurance based on weather parameters such as rainfall, temperature, wind, aimed at mitigating financial losses from weather extremes. Then risk assessment method, this is a very key word here. In Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, a area based approach is used with the crop cutting experiments and remote sensing technologies etc. are used. So it is based on area based approach, whereas in RWBCIS it is based on weather based approach, meaning weather based triggers using data weather stations. Okay, you are going to use the data in the which is present in weather stations, and based on that it is going to trigger the buyout clauses or payout clauses. Then here it is calculated based on the yield versus threshold yield determines the compensation, meaning what is the yield, actually what is the yield you have achieved and what was the threshold yield. If there is a differences or if there is a fall in the actual yield and the threshold yield, then you will be compensated under the scheme. Whereas this is, there is a predefined threshold already present. That is, there will be predefined thresholds for rainfall levels. Okay, for example, under this there has to be rainfall between 50 centimeters to 100 centimeters in subtropical regions. For example, if the rainfall is below 50 centimeter or if the rainfall is above 100 centimeter, then you are eligible for compensation under the RWBCIS automatically. Okay, so predefined thresholds activate the payouts automatically. It doesn't matter if there is a crop loss, well, it doesn't matter the extent of the crop loss, but if the event has surpassed the threshold, then you are eligible for compensation under RWBCIS. Then premium structure we already discussed, that is there is a uniform premium structure under uniform capped rates for farmers, 2 for Kharif, 1.5 for Rabi and 5 for horticulture and commercial crops, and there is no upper limit on government subsidy here. Okay, so this is very important aspect, whereas here it varies based on the weather risk and the policy design. Okay, it depends on the weather risk, what is the rainfall level, what is the temperature fluctuations, what is the wind level, what is the wind speed. It depends based on the weather risks or weather extremities. Then similar subsidy approach, that is there is a similar subsidy approach similar to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, but rates are, there is a upper limit and the rates are dependent on specific weather based insurance products. Okay, this is very important. And then other differences include coverage. All the notified crops in a particular defined area are covered under this. It includes food crops, oil seeds, and commercial and horticulture crops. Okay, in RWBCS it is similar again, covers food crops, oil seeds, commercial and horticulture crops for weather induced losses, due to drought, flood, cyclone, hailstorm, etc., etc. Enrollment, it was initially compulsory for farmers with crop loans. That is, if a person or a farmer has taken a loan under Kisan credit cards, then he was made compulsory to be involved under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Then it was later made voluntary for all the farmers, from Kharif 2020. Okay, from compulsory to it turned into voluntary. From only the farmers with the crop loans to all the farmers were included in the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. There can easily be a statement based question on this fact, so be thorough with this fact. And whereas RWBCS, all farmers including the sharecroppers as well as tenant farmers are eligible if they grow notified crops in a notified area, and if there is a weather extremity, and if you are going to incur crop losses, then all the persons such as sharecroppers and tenant farmers are included under or covered under this scheme. Then key objectives, the objectives will be same from both, that is providing financial support and stabilizing the income in event of crop failure, and also encouraging innovative and modern farming practices. This is very important key aspect. Whereas here it is protecting farmers from weather aberrations, ensuring there is a swift compensation when the weather thresholds are breached. Then the unique feature of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, it is based on the one nation one scheme concept. Okay, and here the compensation is based on loss based compensation linked to the actual yield shortfall. Okay, yield and the yield threshold, it calculates the difference between yield and yield shortfall, that is the loss compensation which will be provided under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Here it is trigger based system, that is payouts depend on the deviation from normal weather parameters and there is no extensive damage assessment. Okay, these are the differences between Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and RWBCS. And in the initially context, we also read that government has set aside rupees 824.77 crore for enhancing technology in the agriculture. That fund is called as Fund for Innovation and Technology, FIAT, Fund for Innovation and Technology in Agriculture. It has been established to enhance implementation of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and RWBCS, and there are various key roles of this scheme. The key roles include technological advancement, that is funding technological initiatives aimed at improving the assessment of crop damage and expediting claim settlements under these both schemes, so that estimation is easier and settlement expedition is faster and swifter. Then research support, this scheme this fund also supports or facilitates research and development studies that enhances the effectiveness of crop insurance schemes through innovative practices. And finally, improving accessibility, that is aiding the use of digital technologies for easier enrollment processes and expanding the coverage among the farmers. Okay, so here you are trying to improve the digital technology and improving the digital literacy of the farmers so that they are not excluded from these schemes. So this is for today's current issue of the day. If you like the video, then please hit on the like button and also comment on the video and also share with your friends so that they can also avail the benefit. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.